I'm looking.
Are we live?
I think so.
We're having technical. It's the snowstorm. It's causing us technical difficulties.
Yep, we should be live right now.
Well, we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Friday at 420. My name is Mike Neighbors. I'll be your host for the next 40 minutes as we explore the world through the eyes of some really strange individuals. Hopefully you'll find it funny and enjoyable. And if you do, please remember to share it. And as well, visit any of the streaming services for your opportunity to listen to previous episodes of Friday at 420. We'd love it if you go back into our back catalog, find some gems there. You might have to pour through quite a few to find the gems, but that's, it's like a needle in a haystack. It's fun. We're going to have a fun afternoon here. And first, as always, I got to start off by introducing the panel. He's my mentor and a world-renowned 3D artist. Please say hello to our good friend, Mr. Patrick Coppolino.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, Patrick. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good, sir. And we mentioned this last week. You've now delved into the world of 3D graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
And now suddenly, like within a week, last week you'd made a couple of cheeseburgers or something. And now all of a sudden this week it's a business. I'm like, what the frick happened?
I know that happened really fast.
He's like making money doing this.
Yeah. But what?
Are you actually getting cash or?
Yeah, people are paying me to do those Funko Pop things,
wow.
Which is cool. But I'm already gonna finish the orders I have, and then I might cool down a bit because I know I'm just like I'm already like kind of burning out. I was enjoying doing the 3D stuff. I really like it, and it's like I like learning stuff. So then I'm trying to fulfill these orders I've taken now. So I'm like, I want to keep growing and doing different things, but I can't. I'll feel guilty if I work on something else while I got these to do. So right. I don't want to already not enjoy doing it, if that makes sense. But
sure.
It's great though. I'm still like, it's awesome. I'm learning because everyone gets their own 2 accessories. So like, it's usually stuff I haven't made yet. So I have to figure out how to make it when I go. So it is really fun.
For instance, a bullwhip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Eric Johnson.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was actually a pain in the ass. I had no idea how to do that.
Well, it's cool. I guess I was going to say, get your orders in. This is like, we're going to grow this business. But now at this point, it's like, no, don't. Yeah. You know what? If you haven't got your order in yet, screw you. We're shutting this thing down, bro.
Yeah. No, I'll do more. I'm going to limit it.
All right. But well, anyways, listen, Patrick.
I've got better news than that, though. I quit smoking yesterday.
Oh, you know what I saw? You posted the Alan Carr or something, or the Alan, what is that? The guy, the book.
The Easy Way to Quit Smoking?
Yeah.
Alan who?
I was reading the book before, but I never really stopped smoking because I didn't finish the book. But I did the audio book this time. So while I was working away on some 3D models, I had the thing playing the whole time. I'm still not done it, but I ran out of smokes while I was listening to it, and I'm like, okay, that's it. So it's been over 24 hours, which is the longest I've gone in over 10 years without a cigarette.
Good for you.
So, do you feel like you want to smoke at all?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I would love one right now.
Last week was my 2-year anniversary of quitting smoking.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
So yeah, I got 2 years under my belt. Are you using anything? Are you using
nothing?
Patch gum? Not you just cold turkey this mother, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good for you, man. Well, hopefully this show won't drive you back to the smoke.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, say hello to our also good friend. You know him, you love him. Who doesn't? Manola Santanos.
Everybody loves me except me. I love you,
I
Mike.
know. Isn't that's an irony, isn't it?
Yeah,
a great irony. Everybody loves Manolas except Manolas.
Yeah. I can't handle it. It's hard, man. Being me is it's a lot of work. I will tell you this. I also quit smoking a while ago, but I only did it because I knew Patrick was going to quit smoking soon. I knew that, so I wanted to make sure that he didn't feel any sort of achievement because anybody can do it. I just wanted to show him that it's not a big deal. It's not smoke.
Yeah. How many smokes a day were you, Manolis?
I don't know, 10, I guess. Is that a lot?
You weren't smoking 10 a day. No way.
Well, when I was drunk, 3 times a week.
Okay,
drunk
maybe every day. If you only smoke when you drink, you may have smoked 10 a day.
If I was with you, I'd smoke more. That was, it was a club thing or whatever.
Yeah,
That's not the same. That's not the same as hardcore smokers like Patrick. What were
No,
you?
I would smoke. I would never smoked when I woke up.
Were you a pack a day, Patrick?
Me, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's hardcore, man. Anyway, well, thank you, Manolis. I thought Manolis was going to say he quit smoking ahead of you so that you wouldn't feel the need to smoke, right? Like, like as a good friend. But it's like I just wanted to show him up.
Yeah, it's nothing special.
That's special, Patrick.
Listen, we got to introduce our very special guest. He's joining us. He's been here before. It was years ago. He's back again. We couldn't wait to have him back on. Please say hello to our good friend, Mr. Tyler Shazma.
Woo! Hello. Howdy, guys. Good.
Howdy.
I quit smoking. I've never smoked. So I got more on all you assholes.
You can go to hell then.
It's crazy that I've never smoked though, because I've hung around all of you guys and I hang around smokers.
And this is what you look like. Look what he looks like, and he didn't smoke.
Yeah, he doesn't smoke.
Maybe I'd look better if I did smoke. Everyone in my family smokes, and I worked in tobacco for 5 years, all through high school. I worked in tobacco, never smoked. Wow. I feel like I inhaled enough just dry leaves then that I did.
What? Okay, I gotta ask. What did you do? You worked like at a tobacco plant,
tobacco farm.
A tobacco farm. Okay.
Yeah, and I had a job that wasn't one of the more manly jobs. I would just like pick the leaves up and put them on the conveyor belt so old ladies could sort out the bad ones. But I was like, I had the man job there, but I wasn't in the field.
Right.
You know,
there were more
all my buddies were like, you got a pussy job. I get to hang out with old ladies all day and load up the conveyor belt.
Oh, all your best buddies always will call you a pussy for some reason. Tyler, it's great to have you on the show. Listen, you got to bring me up to speed, man, because every time we talk about a project, every time we have a comedian on and they go, oh, what are you doing? And they go, oh, I'm involved in this with Tyler. I'm involved with it. You're involved with a ton of stuff. So what are you working on right now?
Yeah, I got my pokers in a lot of fires, or I got a lot of fires in a lot of pokers, or however that saying goes. Right now, I don't know. I'm producing a bunch of comedy albums for Cottage Country Digital, so that's in the go. I'm cooking up independent albums for people, so I do a lot of albums, and then I'm writing and directing for This Is the Thing right now. So we're working on season 2 of the Bell 5 show, This Is the Thing. So writing on that, and I'll start directing again when we get shooting.
He's doing my album.
Doing Manolis. I didn't know if you had released any information on it yet, so I didn't want to say.
Oh, sorry. I don't think there's millions of people like, when's it coming?
When's it coming? We don't know when it's coming, but yeah,
it's like I'll put my right now. I'll put my album out. People will be like, oh, he's still alive. Okay.
Yeah,
lots
of stuff on the go. Like I should probably start smoking.
The first season of This Is the Thing was awesome, and you really enjoyed doing that, working with everybody on that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm excited for season 2. I think it's going to be better than season 1. Put a lot of hard work into this season, so it's going to be good. Levity's going to be featured again, and Pat Min will also be there, so it'll be a good time.
Tyler, when you're working on something like that, and when you're working on the first edition, right, the first season, and you're kind of, you're still in your mind, you're going through, are we going to see this thing through? Is it going to get produced? Now that you've seen what it looks like, you've seen it on a TV, it really does open up a whole brand new area for a writer, right? To sort of carry it into another season now that you know kind of what the feel of it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And going into this season, we kind of wanted to flip it on its head a bit and like change some things around and do some different stuff with the characters and see where we could take them. So it was a lot of fun to write this season because we had this base to work from, but this one's going to be fun.
When do you think shooting will primarily start?
We shot a bunch of stuff in the fall, but then we got rained out and COVID pushed us out for a bit. But we have to deliver by July, so we should be shooting again April.
Okay.
I hope. Yeah, doing some rewrites right now.
If you haven't caught it, please check it out. It's on. You have to have Bell 5 to see it. But here's the good news. You might know somebody who's got Bell 5, so you can check it out. 001 is the channel on Bell 5 to find all of the 5 TV programming, including This Is the Thing, with our good friend Tyler. All right, listen, what do you say we play the game, everybody? It's Friday at 4:20. We got to get a topic going here. Tyler, we do this a new way now. I have 12 random envelopes that I stole from my former employer. And you are now eligible to pick a number between 1 and 12, and we'll see what your topic is.
Okay, I'll go with number 8.
Number 8. All right.
Right in the middle.
Right. You know what? I think it is.
8's not in the middle between 1 and 12.
What was on top?
I shuffled them, and it wasn't 8 that was on top. And I'm not going to give you a hint as to what was on top, unless you can try to guess.
Most is always on top.
Yeah. All right.
Depends who you talk to.
Your topic on Friday at 4:20, Tyler, is favorite pastry. What is your favorite pastry?
Favorite pastry.
Yeah,
I like
anything that in the pastry family we'll accept as an answer.
Cookies aren't pastries, eh?
Technically that's a baked good.
Okay, I'll go with a Danish or like
Nice.
a apple turnover. Something in
Okay.
that category.
All right.
I like the flaky dough. You know, when the dough is nice and flaky, and then there's some good sort of jam in the middle.
Almost like a
that.
stuffed croissant or something.
Oh yeah, I like a good chocolate croissant.
Yeah.
You just changed the whole thing because croissant's the answer now.
Well, croissant's got that flaky, right? The flaky pastry.
Yeah, and they can go either way because you can get like a cheese or butter croissant, or you can go like sweet and get the chocolate or the strawberry or something.
So do you want to change your answer now to a croissant?
I'm gonna say croissant. Yeah,
Okay.
croissant. I wasn't thinking croissant was a pastry, but you're right, they are.
I think we could make it one for the
And I
purposes of our show.
I like any food that's shaped like a telephone too.
Hold it up.
Shaped like a what?
Great for the comedy bit.
Like a telephone.
Like you could hold it up like a telephone.
Or Sega Genesis controllers. That's what I always thought when I was a little kid.
Croissant was sitting there
Yeah.
playing. Don't worry, you're playing too, Pat.
Manoli,
Poking holes into a croissant.
your favorite pastry, Manolis.
Is this a pastry? Because I bought these today. Do you remember these?
That's a cookie.
We both said
I know it has jam in it, but it's still technically a cookie. But
Oh, okay. I
you like
wasn't
those
sure.
cookies? I hate those cookies.
I used to love. My neighbor used to eat these all the time when I was a kid, and every time I went to their house, like my parents would never buy these, and like it's like you always say, like being when you're adults are with basically children with money. I'm like, I saw these today. I'm like, I'm allowed to buy these. 2 for $5, deal. How about is a cheesecake a pastry? Is that a cake?
No.
That's
What's a
cake.
pastry?
Wow,
Okay,
I didn't know the definition of pastry was going to be the point that threw us all off here.
Okay, wait. What's a pastry then? Like a fucking some sort of
cinnamon
puff
bun?
thing?
Yeah.
Okay. How about a Cinnabon? Is that
Yeah, sure.
is that a pastry?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Done.
That's
what I'm
delicious
paying.
pastry. Used to love the smell when you'd go in the mall and Cinnabon was cooking up their storm there. Oh my God, the smell of that was
right?
so good. Oh,
Limeridge
So
Mall?
good. Limeridge Mall, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
oh, the smell of that was fantastic. So
Yeah,
we got
they-
croissant. We what? Go ahead.
Those pastries always remind me of girlfriends because every time you have a girlfriend, you always end up being at Limeridge Mall and buying either she's buying one or you're buying one for her because she loves them so much. And then she always does that thing. It's like I can't eat so much of these. My weight. Blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, whatever. Just eat. All right. You need the energy.
Just eat.
Manolis remembering to long ago when he had a girlfriend. Oh, those were the days, my friend.
Yeah, those were the days. Now I just drink vodka at 4:00 in the afternoon with you guys.
Patrick Capolino, best pastry.
Best pastry, cannolis.
Oh,
Cannolis. I grew up. I know it seems like I always just pick something Italian every time you ask a question like this, but I grew
all
up.
you know.
I grew up with this stuff, and that's all. Yeah, I fucking love cannolis. They're the best.
Very nice.
What are cannolis again? What is that thing?
Yeah, what's inside the cannoli?
Is there
It's
like some
either,
sort of chocolate or something in that?
well, sometimes there's chocolates like on the end or
Custard?
something, but
Can you
it's
fuck
like,
those things?
It's
Are
either
they-
mascarpone or sometimes it's ricotta cheese.
Oh yeah.
Does it look like a
gee.
fleshlight? Is that what it looks like? Like it look.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
look,
you can. It looks like you could have sex with it if you really wanted to. Yeah,
I guess you could say that about almost anything.
yeah. Well, that's where I thought you were going.
Most
He said,
pastries, most
when he's
pastries
like-
you could probably fuck.
yeah, when he said, "Oh, Cinnabon reminds me of my girlfriend," I'm like, "Okay, here we go." And he didn't touch it at all. He just like talked about going to the mall and stuff. I was
Nice
like, that was
sorry, I
weird.
was talking about
swirl.
Yeah, the swirls. It's warm. There's
know
the
what?
white.
It is warm. You know what? I think I'm gonna go to Lime Jamal after the show today.
and have sex with the Cinnabon.
Right in the mall. Right in the mall.
They do they. You said something, Patrick, mascarpone or something like that, or
Yeah,
what? Is that like a custard?
it's like an Italian cheese. It's like ricotta, I think.
Okay. Isn't
Yeah.
there? But aren't there also cannolis that come with like a custard, like a vanilla pudding?
Oh
custard?
yeah, there is. Those ones are like the fluffier pastry.
Okay. Okay.
Like those ones, the big
is that,
round ones.
Is that still a cannoli?
Are those
I
like
think they're
Italian
still
rip-off ones?
cannolis.
Like,
Yeah, no, I think those are
they're
still
not
cannolis.
True. They gotta
Yeah.
have cheese in them.
Those ones are better for having sex with because the holes are usually bigger.
You need room with your pastries. Oh, your pastries are always bragging like, "Oh my God, you were too much."
You've been kind enough to tune in to Friday at 420. We appreciate it. And it is time for us to pick another topic. Manolis, I'm going to let you go this time. Pick a number between 1 and 12, not number 8.
9.
9. Oh, he's writing them down again. Okay.
He writes them
Likes to
down and
pick
gets
ahead of time. That is not the topic that was
But
on
also, I
top.
wish you asked. I was
Manolis.
gonna guess you were gonna pick 9.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I swear to God.
Oh my God, that's so weird. Okay. Go,
That's
go, Mike.
so weird.
Isn't it? It's crazy.
All
Out of
right.
12 numbers, he picked the. All right. No one cares.
All right. As current as today's news, the Omicron variant continues to keep levity closed and obscure us all from a normal life. Has anyone here caught the newest variant in the COVID family? Has anyone got it?
Nope.
No, I haven't got
Manolis?
it. No,
have you had COVID, Manolis?
I have had the
Delta
second
variant?
Delta.
the Delta variant. That's the one I had.
Okay.
And
And that was back some time ago, right?
yeah, it was a while ago now, and it was pretty. It was definitely like, I don't know what this was like, but you really did feel it. And I go visit my mom in a nursing home every day, and so they have to. I have to get tested every day before
Right.
I go in. So I've been clean. I haven't. I know. I literally know that I haven't had anything because I see my mom every day, but I don't know anything about this new variant. I heard it's not as harsh, is it? Like affecting you?
It doesn't appear to make people as sick as the other one did.
Yeah,
But it still can make some people very sick. It's
it can.
part of the. It can, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So, Patrick, have you had COVID at all?
Not that I know of.
Okay. You haven't got the
I haven't
Omicron
been-
hasn't reached your family.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I haven't been. I haven't even gotten like.
Patrick's a digital render of himself.
Patrick,
Hold on.
It's freaking
Is it
COVID
back? Are we
coming to-
back?
Yeah,
You're
we're
back. Everything's.
I'm
There was a
good?
second where you
Okay.
paused, but yeah,
I
COVID's
think the
coming to
stream
get you,
itself
bro.
went.
I think we just. I
know.
think we just got it now.
I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, so I used to like once a year, every winter, I would get like really sick for a couple days usually. Didn't happen at all since the initial lockdown. I think because of the masks and not going anywhere and the sanitizer and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone's clean.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Now you
Knock
you
on
do
wood, haven't got it
your
yet.
daughter is returning to school this week, is she not?
Yeah, today was her first day.
Okay. So there's certainly a chance that might be your avenue to getting
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
once the kids are all back in school, because this is Omicron is traveling much more rapidly. It's much more like a flu. And spreading. So I think that, certainly if I was sending a kid to school, I would expect that there's a good chance that at some point it's going to come, and you'll probably be fine.
Well, and I heard something they're not now telling parents or like
No.
they're not making it known until I think 3 cases or something.
30%.
30%.
30% of the staff and students have to be out sick before they're going to tell parents that they might be
No
out.
Yeah. Isn't that fucking
28%?
crazy?
No, we won't let you know.
Well,
28%?
But it used to be like, oh, one person has it.
One
Let's.
person. We can't.
Now they're
we
like,
can't-
we can't afford to do that.
It's
That's what
too
I hate
much.
about this. The
It's too
constant rule
much.
changing just to fit agendas doesn't make any sense. But
Although later this week we could get good news that we could get a date for the clubs to reopen.
yes,
Yes.
Is
So
it? Is it,
that
Mike?
we- Good. Yeah.
Is it true that like if you're hospitalized, like if it's more serious, if you get it, if you're not vaccinated, that's when it really hits you in the like when people are like needing to go to hospital and stuff? It's like you kind of bounce back better if you have the
Yeah.
the
If
shots?
if you don't have other other problems, right? So I think
as
if
a regular person.
people who are vaccinated but who have other health issues, it can make them really sick. And send them to the hospital.
I
And then
love
people who aren't vaccinated, it can attack them more more fiercely.
Manolis is 3 shots in, and now he's like, so what does this do anyway?
I got it. What's it doing?
Yeah, I've got 3 of these things. Am I more protected or something?
He is.
It's making me better, right?
Well,
But
so I'm not going to go to the
technically,
hospital, right?
No, he's you know what? He's safer now. He's safer with his shots than he would be if he didn't have his shot.
Oh, so your Patrick Coppolino is so surprised that I asked that question. Do you,
Oh, I love
he
it. It's
knows me
hilarious.
more than anybody. Of course I asked that question.
Now, Tyler, you live way up in Burgessville, and I know many people don't know where Burgessville is, and we don't want to tell them because then you're going to get stalkers and stuff. So, but you live in Burgessville, where I don't even know if Omicron knows where Burgessville is.
I don't think it has found it.
It hasn't found you guys yet. Have you had COVID at all during this long time span we've been through the pandemic?
I don't think so. I might have had a little lick of it there a month or so ago, just like a
Okay.
touch. But I didn't get a test or anything. I just didn't go anywhere for like 2 weeks.
That's what you do.
and like it was right when shows and stuff were stopping again, so I didn't go out. And it was like maybe a day that, but like I'm always sick, so I don't know what's coming or going. Like I'm used to being sick, so I didn't have to go to the hospital, so I was figuring out.
No. So when you thought you had a lick of it, what were your symptoms? Did you have like fever, some body aches, and then you felt like crap for a couple of days? And
Yeah, I didn't even have a fever. I had like a little cough, and then I kind of felt lazy. But I have lazy days every once in a while. Like, and then people are like, "That's a symptom," but I'm like, I lay on my couch and do nothing all day, once or twice a month anyway.
I always have that symptom.
That's what it is. It's depression. That's what it was, and that's what my head said. Is like either you're just depressed or you got this thing that everyone's talking about.
All right. All right.
And
Well,
it was like the next day I felt fine. And then I think I'm fine. Someone who I was in contact with that week did a test and they were negative. So I was like, well, I was with you for more than 2 hours in a car. So then I must be negative too. Or you would have given it to me.
yes.
That's the hillbilly test out here is like you just hang around a bunch of people, and then if one of them does the test, and then everyone
everyone who's had contact with them knows they're clean. We're all good. Hey.
we just drive around the country roads in one car, and then if nobody in that car's got it, then you're fine.
Randy came back negative. We're all good.
We're all good.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Get back
man.
in the garage to huffing snowmobile fumes, starting chainsaws indoors.
Starting chainsaws indoors.
That's
Like,
what we do
sounds
in
so
Burgessville.
That's what's gonna kill you quicker.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. This is Friday at 420. Our special guest, Tyler Shazma, and we have Manolis and Patrick on board. Patrick, it's your turn to pick a topic on this Friday at 420. Not number 9, not number 8. What number would you like, mister?
Number 3.
Number 3. Oh, look at this. That looks like a good one. Let me see what we got for number 3 here. All right. You're having a romantic evening with a lady. I'm guessing a lady. And would you prefer, when you caught a glimpse of her, that she be naked or she be wearing maybe something sexy? What's your preference?
Are we just meeting for dinner? Is that what you're saying?
Like, when
No.
you get there?
No. It's progressed to the point where where she could be seen.
She's coming into
Either.
the bedroom from the bathroom kind of thing.
Would you like some accoutrements there, or just buck naked would be the better way to go for you, Patrick?
Yeah, I like a little bit of an outfit going on.
Yeah, okay, nice. You want to share any special outfits?
Yeah, like a NASA spacesuit or something.
NASA. Just the helmet. Just the helmet.
Yeah.
My
I don't get
fantasy
COVID.
is to have sex with Neil Armstrong. That's fantastic.
One step for man.
So something along the lines of a sexy NASA spacesuit.
Yeah,
something
like
with an oxygen mask. Scuba gear.
I didn't see it going there, but I mean, to each his own, Patrick. I'll give you that. Manolis, you've watched enough porn. What do you think?
I've watched too much porn, Mike.
No.
Too much. I'm not jerking off as much lately though, but I still love the porn. I love it. I would say I like the girl to come from the bathroom, like some sort of like any kind of push-up bra, just holding those those juicy jugs in the right place, and then maybe I'm getting older. I wouldn't mind trying something different. Maybe like she could have one of those special underwear, so it's like where it's like a strap on, so she can peg me. I've never been pegged. And I think it's time. And I figure like if she's got nice juicy jugs and she's really hot, I won't feel as gay by her pegging me. You know what I mean? Because I'll still be turned on by her.
I didn't. I don't know if I signed up for this.
These are just ideas. I'm not saying I was.
I like how you think the strap-on is part of special underwear. That special underwear with a cock on it.
Yeah, like a pegging cock. What do you call those things? I know it's underwear that's got.
It is a strap-on, and it is on underwear, so I get what you mean. I've just never heard it called that before.
I don't know the official name for it. Like, I don't want her to just use a dildo on me because that'd be really weird.
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
gotta be attached to her.
Oh yeah, none of this is weird. If she could also
wearing it,
if she could also be wearing a NASA spacesuit at the time, that would be
but
awesome.
she's not using her hands now. It's on her hips. She's just moving back and forth.
Yeah,
it's not as weird.
Yeah. Okay.
I would still make her pull out. Like, I'm not an animal.
Oh my God. No, you're not. All right. Well, I
It's got to end somehow.
Tyler.
How do you know when you're done?
Yeah.
I don't know what you do up there.
Out.
I don't know what you do up there in Burgessville for fun, but we got NASA spacesuit and we got strap on. You got anything you would like to add, Tyler?
I'm just gonna go naked right away.
Yeah, you are.
Weirdo.
But naked right away, then I don't have to worry about how I'm gonna get her naked. She's already there. I don't have to be like, how am I gonna take this shirt off? How am I gonna undo this fucking strap on? Just she's naked already. She comes in already naked, and then I can see it all, and it's all there. I don't have to. My imagination can stop working, and she can just be naked. I can see any birthmarks, any skin tags. They're all out there.
That was probably the answer we were looking for.
Sorry, Mike. I tried.
But she could be wearing a scuba mask and an oxygen tank.
Hey, okay, all right. Yeah, just to kink it up a bit.
From the neck down, naked.
This is Friday at 4:20. If you're still watching, and I don't know why you would be, we really appreciate it. Don't forget to share it on Facebook if you're watching us live right now, and follow us. Go to any of the streaming services to check out Friday at 420's previous episodes. Quite a catalog there. Tyler Shazma was on a previous episode a long time ago. Tyler, it is your turn now to pick a topic. So between 1 and 12, 3, 9, and 8 have been selected already.
I'll go with 6 on this one. Let's go
Topic
6.
number 6. Okay, let me just flip through here. We'll find you keep picking them. They're deep down in the bowels of the pile, man. Here we go. Topic number 6.
Deep down.
Yeah, you do. All right, you get a lot of snow out there in Burgessville in this last hurrah, Tyler?
We didn't get as much as you guys did in Hamilton, and what I saw from Toronto and stuff.
Yeah, the lakeshore everyone along the lake really got hammered. So you still got a fair amount?
Yeah, it still drifted up like around the house and around the doors and stuff, but
all right.
It was windy. It was blowing it around.
we're going around the table. One good thing you like about snow. Tyler, you got something you like about snow?
Yeah, no, I like the snow. I like snowboarding. I go out snowboarding, so there.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I grew up. I find the last couple years I get cold easily, but I still like being out in the snow and hanging out in the snow and snowboarding and stuff.
Where did you do your snowboarding?
I used to go, well, a lot of just like back road stuff and like go and find a hill or a rail or something and stuff like that. But we go up to Blue. I used to do the season pass at Blue every year for a few years.
Okay.
Go up to Blue Mountain and then Chicopee and all the other little ones around here. But
have you ever been to one of the real big mountains? Have you ever been to the Rockies or something, or Banff? Or
no, I've never been to the. Well, I've flown over the Rockies, but I've never been to the Rockies. And I did go out east once to like a fairly bigger than anything I've done around here. I guess I don't know I forget what it's called. Oh, and I've done Mount Tremblant out in Quebec.
Oh, that's a good
probably the biggest one I've gone to. I've done that a couple times.
Okay.
That was like a mountain. Yeah, that's a mountain.
Yeah. Excellent. So Tyler loves the snow. What about you, Manolis? Big fan? Something you like about the snow?
No, I don't like it. I did. I used to like tobogganing and like once in a while the cool kids would let us use their GT snow racers, and that was pretty fucking rad. You know, they're like the big wheels but on the snow, and you're like, what the hell? You can go down the hill and steer? This is insane. This is madness. I was like,
you never had one yourself?
Oh God, no! Like, no. Dad, can you buy me this this sled that also has a steering wheel? My dad would just we had the old one with the chains on it, like it's a piece of wood with a U, and there's the two chains, and I just remember going down the hill, and my brother one time just like we realized we were going to go in the creek, and he just jumped off, and I fucking went in the hill, and I went into the creek and banged my head, and woke up 10 minutes later to see 50 kids standing around me in a circle. My brother just left and went home because he was like, I thought he was in trouble. No, I don't like snow. You know what though? I do want Patrick to tell his story if he could about snowboarding. I don't want to give it away.
What?
Tom?
When you went snowboarding, you're so experienced.
Yeah, I'm very experienced. Are you talking about the very first time?
You about
that I went out west?
No, you know the the special.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, well, there's two stories, I guess, because the first one was when part of the reason I got the gig with Tom Green was when we talked over Twitter, and then he's like, "Can you snowboard?" He's like, "I want to go west. I want to do we'll shoot some cool videos going snowboarding in Whistler." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Yeah, of course I can. I've never snowboarded in my life." And so I'm like, whatever, I'll figure it out. And we get there, and he learned very quickly that I do not know how to snowboard. But they hooked me up with all this gear and stuff. I got a free snowboard and a free outfit and everything. But anyways, so then that happened. But then a few years later, because then he actually showed me how to do it. So then I got invited on this other thing called it was a snow jam. So we actually went to snowboard towns all over the West Coast, which is really cool. So one of the places we went to, I got a message. I think it was when I was in Kelowna or something like that, and I got a message on Instagram from Manolis's ex-girlfriend, and she was offering. She was like, "Hey, you guys are out here." She's like, "You guys want to go heli skiing?" Which is like all these guys that were on the tour with us were talking about, just heli skiing, but it's very expensive, right? And they couldn't find a place that would do it, that would sponsor it and whatever, or knock the price down. And so, anyways, she was like, "Do you want to go heli skiing?" I'm like, "Oh my god, that would be awesome. That's all they're talking about." I'm like, "How much would it cost?" And she's like, "Oh, nothing." She's like, "I know the guy that owns it. I work for him. He loves me. He'll hook it up, whatever." I was like, "Oh my god, okay." So then we find out that it's Mike Wigley, who's the guy that they were talking about, because he invented heli skiing, and he owned the biggest heli ski spot in Canada. So he's the guy. And I think he's actually since passed away, because he was older when we were there. But anyways, hooked it up, and it made me seem like a fucking rock star on the tour, because that's the one big thing. And we were filming it for the CBC, so it was such a cool climactic
rad.
thing for us to do, right? Because we were in the helicopters and you go down the mountain and stuff. It was really neat. But anyways, the girl who did it, I don't know. You can say her name if
I'm not gonna say her name because I don't know if she wants her name said. But she wasn't my girlfriend. We did date kind of definitely, but we're friends. She's a rad chick. Should I say her name? I don't know. Is it a big deal?
No, probably not.
Oh, Sheila. Milligan, is that her last name?
Oh, Sheila.
Yeah, you're asking us. Is that her last name?
Sheila.
But she's super rad chick though.
Right.
Yeah, but she's what?
It was you went heli skiing.
Yeah,
Well, because of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when we were there, she's I guess what you would call out of Manolis's league.
Yeah, that's why she was never my girlfriend.
So Tom was like, wait, how do you know this girl? And I'm like, oh, she dated Manolis. He's like, what the fuck did you just say? Like, she dated Manolis. He's like, her? He's like, oh, I bet you he regrets losing that one. So like, I can't remember what he said. But...
Yeah, like she must. I think you said something like he must miss her all the time.
Something like that.
Green said, but like it's so funny because like we're friends anyways, but like he didn't, Pat's just saying the gist of like the story to him, but like Tom Green couldn't believe that I knew such a hot like this girl. She's a hot girl. She's really hot. So like. She blew his mind that Tom Green looks at me and just thinks I'm a disheveled soul that probably lives under a bridge.
Why would you know rad people that are?
How could a pretty girl want to talk to me? Because I'm not famous. You know what I mean?
That is that. First of all, an amazing story. Second of all, was that your good thing about snow?
Well, actually, I wasn't gonna tell
Pat hates
that
the snow.
specific story, but I was gonna say that like when I'm doing stuff like that, like because that whole tour was based around
That would be amazing, right?
snowboarding, skiing. We went dog sledding, like all kinds of like cool. It was the whole. We had to do like different winter activities in every town we went to, so like that was really enjoyable. But otherwise, like home, like now. Like yesterday was the worst. Today, like I don't like it at all. Especially like I really started to hate the winter when I started driving. Like having to dig your car out and all that stuff. Yeah. I'm not a fan. But yeah, if I'm out somewhere and there's like there's events and stuff we're doing, then fine. But otherwise,
I thought for sure one of you at least would have said, the thing I love about snow is that it makes me feel less guilty about just staying in and laying on the couch doing nothing.
Well,
I thought for sure one of you guys was going to tag that. As
it definitely made it easier for the stopping smoking thing because there wasn't a chance I was going to even try to go to the store and get smokes last night.
Right.
So.
That's right. Quit smoking in a blizzard. That's a good tip. Was that on Alan Carr's video?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Quit smoking in a blizzard. All right. Yeah, we have time. Quickly, one more topic left. Who's turn? I think it's Manolis' turn to pick a number. Manolis, take a shot.
So the top of the envelope is. Wait, Pat, do you want to guess what number?
Yes.
Go ahead.
11.
No.
2.
7.
Okay, that's
7.
7, 11. Neither one of them were top of the pile. The top of the pile today was 5.
Right in the middle.
Yep. All right. We'll wrap up with this very important message for our viewers. All of you, I want to know, what is the coolest sea animal? The coolest sea animal. Manolis, you get to go first. Coolest animal that lives in the sea.
I'm gonna say dolphins. Definitely. I know it's an easy go-to, but like I just think they're pretty rad.
Cool, man. They're absolutely
dolphins are like
cool.
the German shepherds of the fucking ocean. You know what I mean? Like they're right. Like they're like a German shepherds.
Retrievers.
You know, they're just good. Like a good dog's going to be there for you and help you out when you're like in need. Like I feel like that's what dolphins do, and on top of that, if you ever get bored, they always have that hole in the top of their head,
They probably have vaginas too, Manolis. You don't have to fuck their air holes.
Yeah, they need that to breathe.
Why did you sully this? Damn you. Patrick Coppolino, coolest sea animal.
I'll call that a blowjob.
Coolest sea animal? I don't know. Jellyfish.
Penguins.
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish? You're going with jellyfish?
Yeah.
That's your final
But
answer?
It's like, you can't fuck those. Why do you like those?
You can.
Fuck a penguin.
You
Tyler,
can, yeah, a dead one maybe.
You can fuck anything in the ocean, bro.
Tyler Shazma.
There's no rules in the ocean.
Bring us home, Tyler. Coolest sea animal.
I'm gonna say the sea turtle.
Sea turtle. Cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool animal, man.
That's cool, and it sounds like it takes a lot for them to survive, and you can fuck them too. So
But when they do survive, they survive longer than any other sea animal. So
unless there's a drinking straw around, it seems like,
yeah, it's
or Manolis to fuck them.
How do they shrink those horses so small, though? I don't get it.
Like, every turtle I fucked died.
All right, Tyler, we're going to be looking for season 2 of This Is the Thing. We want to encourage everyone to go check out season 1. It is technically, it's still just available on 5, right? There's no other place for us to stream it or see it.
Yeah, it's just on 5 now. We did put it out for a week on YouTube, so if you missed it on that week, it's just back on Bell.
Okay, back on Bell 5. This is the thing. Please check that out. Watch for Tyler. You do stand up? You still going to pop up at no?
Oh
you don't
yeah,
do stand up.
no, I love stand up. I can't
Okay.
wait to get back.
All right.
Yeah, it sucks that we can't go up anymore.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I'm like going crazy without it.
I'm going crazy.
We're
It's been a
hoping for
month.
some very good news from the premiere later this week. At least a start date for us to get the clubs reopened and stand up comedy back in your lives. Manolis Santanos, you got something you want to plug or say or do or whatever?
I got nothing, man. I'm just like
Okay.
I'm so bored with this world right now. I just
You
want.
have an album coming out.
Oh, I got a comedy album. I got a
We
comedy.
don't know
album
yet.
come out.
But...
I don't know when.
Do you know
I don't
what
know
it's
what.
called? Do we have a name for you?
Yes. So the last joke I ended up doing on the album by chance is just because I was like I needed like 2 minutes to close it out because there was another show.
Yep.
So I just like grabbed that joke where I talked about my dad phone call joke, like the one my dad says the internet took it. You know that joke?
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I decided I'm gonna call the album "The Internet Took It." So kind of
Nice.
after my dad.
Nice.
You know?
Very nice. Nice tribute
Yeah.
to George, man. That's very cool. All right. Well, we look forward to that. I'm sure there'll be more information on Friday at 4:20 moving forward as to when you can get your hands on said comedy album. Patrick Coppolino, I know you're kind of sitting there and waiting, starting new hobbies every 2.5 weeks. You might want to lend a hobby to Manolis. He seems bored to tears.
Yeah.
I mean, every week you got a new hobby. Maybe just send one of your old hobbies over to him. Have him fly jumbo jets for a while or something.
All right. Yeah, you can do the flight sim.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we set that up? Give him
Yeah,
something to live for.
like, they'll call me, Pat, how do I see inside their windows? This chick's not coming outside.
Circling her house.
He's just circling. The lights are on, but she's not coming out.
All right. Looking forward to when Levity can reopen. Keep your eyes on Levity, comedyclub.com. That's the first place you'll see anything posted about new shows and upcoming opportunities to hang out with these crazy nuts. Thanks, guys. A lot of fun. Appreciate you being here. But most of all, we appreciate you hanging out with us on Friday at 4:20. Don't forget to check out previous episodes on any streaming service. And tell your family, tell your friends, you can hang out with us every Tuesday afternoon at 4. We do Friday at 4:20. It doesn't make any sense, but neither do any of us. Thanks so much for watching. Until we get a chance to talk to you again in a week. Take it easy.
That's so funny.